Hello, everybody. I am back. So, today we are playing Minecraft, and we're starting a new series with a mod pack I found called Arcanum Institute. It's a magic-focused one, and I figured because the previous 4 mod packs I've done were all much more technology-focused. Or even when they had magic, I tended to focus on the technology. Why not do one that is focused on the magic? It's a little bit of a weird one from the very short test I did. I'll just name it what I always name these worlds. In that it doesn't actually generate a unique world. It generates the same world for every single play. And sorry, I had to take a drink. So you're just on this island for the entirety of the mod pack, and I don't know if it's actually meant to just teach you about the different things, or if it is just more of a storyline thing. Because you're actually in adventure mode too. So it's definitely odd. Welcome to Arcanum Institute. Dear new students, it is with great honor that we extend an invitation for you to join this exclusive I have never seen that word. Let's find out what it is. A small group of people specially trained for a particular purpose or profession. How do you pronounce it? Why isn't it actually producing any sound? Oh, muted. Let me check my sound settings. Yeah, okay, never mind. No, it's going to the right place. So the British pronunciation is cadre. Listen to Julian McKell pronounce it. He pronounces just about everything. We'll assume he's right. Cadre. Cadre. That's the French. Cadre. 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 I don't think I've ever seen that word before. Okay, back to the intention of the stream. Actually, music and sounds. don't actually know if that's music or if that's just ambient noise. Okay, that is music. Now let's put it at 40. Okay. Join this cadre of students chosen for their exceptional potential and unyielding passion for the arcane. You stand among a select few who have been entrusted with the opportunity to embark on an extraordinary journey into the realms of magic. Beyond our ancient walls lies a sanctuary where the secrets of ancient arts and the very essence of magic await your presence. Here reality and imagination intertwine, offering you a canvas upon which to weave the tapestry of your magical aspirations and explore the depths of mystical knowledge. Your enrollment at Arcanum Institute marks the beginning of an extraordinary adventure. Assemble with your peers an elite cohort of individuals who, like you, possess a unique spark, destined to illuminate the path to greatness. Prepare to step into the world where wonder and enchantment await with anticipation. In the magical odyssey ahead, Headmaster Taz. After some complaints with our students and staff over the number of students who are lost and never heard from again, we have created an interactive map for your convenience that can be found within your quest book. Enchanted map. Find him at the dining hall. I assume that's the first place we're supposed to go then. Hello, aspiring enchanters. This chapter is your starting point at Arcanum Institute. It'll guide you on how to begin and gather essential materials. Try jumping between different classes. This approach will provide you with a well-rounded understanding of diverse enchanting practices and materials. It's beneficial to have a broader perspective on magical studies. Receive Mage's Spellbook and useful spells. These will assist you on your journey through Arcanum Institute. Zombie hunting. Sometimes luck favors the brave. Engaging in battles with the undead can yield the precious metal. Keep a keen eye out for this stroke of fortune when you encounter zombies during your quests. Zombie gate pearls guarantee you some iron will drop after each wave is completed. Goblin Shop. Alternatively, you have the option of acquiring iron through the enigmatic Goblin Shop. Here, the goblins offer a variety of rare and useful items in exchange for your treasures and magical currency. The Goblin Shop near the Beastmaster class sells raw iron. You'll need a method to smelt it though, such as hex casting smelt spell. Or child, dimensional mine shaft, blood magic's meteor wrist jewel. For those of you eager to embark on your crafting journeys. Hey Josie. Crafting journey. Here's a simple way to obtain cobblestone right in the comfort of your dorm rooms. Begin by searching through the dirt in your living spaces by shift right clicking on the grass with an open hand. You'll find plenty of small pebbles hidden beneath the surface. Okay. With patience and diligence, you can collect these pebbles and turn them into valuable cobblestone. I'm doing good. How are you, Josie? Wood is an essential crafting component used in all forms by all manners of things. Upon completion of certain classes, your instructor will provide you with saplings. These can be grown and harvested in your dorms. So those seem like the first things we'll end up wanting to do. Class subjects, teachers' favors. Oh, did I start at the wrong end? Yeah, okay, so it goes around this end. Not gonna get into those. Beggars and bargains. Goblin shops at school. I mean, there's not really a level. I don't know how to answer a question like that. This is just a new series I'm starting. Attention students, I have some exciting news for you all. There are 4 goblin shops located around your campus. They offer a unique opportunity for you to trade your monster drops for magical items. These goblin shops are around for their extensive selection of enchanted artifacts, potions, and other mystical goods. Now, students, remember to consult your journal once you're near any of these goblin shops. Your journal will guide you on specific monster drops each shop is interested in, as well as your magical items they offer in exchange. Keep an eye out for new opportunities to upgrade your equipment and expand your magical repertoire. Happy adventuring, and may your trades with these goblins be prosperous. Greetings, my dear students. Exciting news awaits you. Our spectral friend, the local Ghostopedia residing in the isle, has taken on a culinary venture. They now offer delightful magical foods, lovingly crafted to satisfy all your cravings. So that's just info. This is, I guess, ways to get money and various resources. And this looks like it's just more trading quests. So we can close that. Class subjects, botanical, the dark arts, Ars Novu, nature's occultism. So we have to go to the dining hall. Does this tell you where it is? Okay, it's over here. Josie, what are you talking about? That just seems entirely irrelevant. Hello, I'm Zora, a Pixie of Arcanum Institute. I'm here to help you get started on your magical journey to get to the dining hall. You just follow the path here. To get to the, you can either take the over there or follow the scenic route. This? Right click one, it'll take you on a ride. That's an interesting method of travel. Gonna be honest, man, you kind of seem like you're just an AI. The lack of relevance and the well, what am I trying to refer to here when it comes to what you're saying? It's just kind of like bog standard Minecraft things. The only Taz. So you are the headmaster. Greetings, esteemed students of the Arcanum Institute. I am Grandmaster Taz, the headmaster of this prestigious establishment. As we commence this academic term, it is my honor to acquaint you with the esteemed houses Arcanum Institute. These correspond with the four elements of magic: earth, air, fire, and water. For the path of knowledge, you must select an element that resonates with your very essence. The House of Earth stands as a bastion of unwavering strength and loyalty, a sanctuary for those whose spirits echo the resolute foundations of the earth itself. In contrast, the House of Air beckons to those who soar amidst the boundless skies of intellect and creativity, fostering freedom and curious minds. Turn your attention to the House of Fire, a forge for the fervent spirits, kindling ambition and the relentless pursuit of greatness. Lastly, the House of Water embodies adaptability and harmony, flowing with grace and intuition, navigating the ebbs and flows of the arcane. This will decide your dorm and the uniform you wear. Let your instincts guide you. Navigating the ebbs and flows of the arcane. Not Earth. Is to make your dorm a place to rest and study. And you'll find your own personal living space. There are 4 options to choose from corresponding to the 4 elements. Pass through any portal and you can make your choice. Your questions are just bog standard things that people do in Minecraft. You know, they're dressed up to look not witty, but it's a word meaning yes, I use Discord. They're dressed up to look like they mean something deep. But they don't, and they're not relevant. Once you're done, take a moment to acquaint yourself with your dorm. Unlike the main school grounds, you are free to modify this area to your liking. Use this space to acquire resources for classes, build structures, etc. Your dorm is yours to use in whatever way you see fit. Oh, so you're just the bog standard person who, the people who try and sell art, right? Like that's what you're doing? You're just here to try and sell art? I have to say, this is a unique technique in comparison to the hundreds of other people who have tried it. I can't say it's particularly effective because the main difference is at least those people try to seem relevant to the stream going on until they get to their little bit of trying to sell me art. You were just like, you know what Minecraft is, and it seems like that's the only thing you had to go on, so you just only worked with that. In the House of Water and Harmony are the guiding principles. Students flow gracefully like serene rivers, embodying the fluidity and intuitive nature of their house. The House of Earth's resilience and steadfastness are virtues upheld above all else. Students find solace in their unyielding strength of the earth, mirroring their grounded nature. The House of Fire blazes with passion and unyielding ambition. Students here are driven by fervor and courage akin to the dancing flames that fuel their desire for greatness. I think I'm between air and water. Amidst the House of Air, curiosity and intellect are nurtured like gentle winds that carry the minds of its students to new heights. I think I'll go with the House of Air. Is found in your eccentric tome. Some texts do not have visible things that are complete. Open your tome to the newly completed text to read what the teacher has to say. Oh, that's a nice way to get food. Josie, I am not interested in buying any artwork. I mean, you could at least have followed. Like, at least other people trying to sell me artwork have the decency to give me a follow so I have a reason to continue talking to them. Because I still need to reach 25 followers just to get access to some of the further things. But you just did nothing. Like, you spouted off about random things that are completely pointless and unrelated to what's going on. Ay. Okay. Reset the mood. This is the dorms area. Just go through any of these portals to get to your dorms. These are all just entrances to dorms? Are they all the same on the inside? I mean, I'm probably going to choose the one closest to the entrance so that I can get to it quickly, but I just want to see more of this area because they put a lot of work into this. Like, this is beautiful. Task, choose your element. Oh, there we go. Elemental air. Oh hey, survival mode. Oh wow, you really can just do anything you want. Like, if you want to destroy this area, you could. Well, Oh, hey, animals spawn here. That's nice to know. I'm not gonna kill them yet, just so I can breed them if necessary. I honestly don't want to destroy this nice space if I can help it. Okay, well, that's, okay. Let's... Actually, is there anything else we're supposed to do here? Once you settle into your dorms, return to campus by passing through the portal once again. Classes must be done in a certain order. You can't just jump headfirst into the most difficult classes. Walk before you run. You can check the progression chapter in your quest book to see what needs to be done in what order. If you can't find a class, take a look on the interactive map. It'll lead you directly to each class once you've been there. Once you've been there once, you can also spend some experience to teleport to it directly. Your teachers are not just instructors, but mentors, so actively engage in your classes and seek guidance. Embrace the challenges and push your boundaries in the pursuit of magical knowledge. Trust in yourself and your abilities. If you ever need to return to your dorm, you can always use /FTB Team Island Home command to teleport from anywhere. Good to know. Professor Lone Star teaches the magics of nature's aura and roots. These arts have to do with the harnessing of magics of nature in various ways. To the islands far north, the path can be found just before the botanical greenhouses. Professor Regen teaches the magics of Ars Novu. These magics are unusually malleable, allowing for the intrepid magician to create their own spells. This class is located through the library and down the staircase. Proceed to the fabrication magic chapter to begin your coursework. Tanya, blood magic. Okay, you just have to stand in it for a second, so it is a normal portal. Hello, Nicole. Can't believe how fast the term is going by. We only have a few weeks left. Tanya, Beastmasters, Ars Novu, Ancient Runes, Hexeri, Blood Magic, Occultism, Roots in Nature, Pickles and stuff. As you explore, you'll... Huh. Okay, let's go to progression. I assume the first and most important thing is wood. Wheat seeds, mystical white flowers, botania. Mana pool. Oh yeah. Actually, I'm gonna have to go AFK because I really need a bathroom break. So, you can listen to the title music while I quickly go to the bathroom. Okay. Okay. Nice to know that that music just keeps going. I don't actually know how long it is. I don't think it's a terribly long theme. Hey class, I'm Jake, and we're here to help you learn and obtain care for the magical creatures of the world. This won't be like a regular class. There is no homework and really no formal lessons, but there are a few creatures I think it would benefit you to find and raise in your dorm. I'll be here if you need help. Drigmees occasionally appear within your dorm. To friend them, drop a Wildlands horn and then we're sending it away for them to pick it up. Drigmees possess the remarkable ability to produce items from nearby monsters and animals without causing them harm. To acquire a Wixie Shard, cast a spell on a witch when it is at half health or less. Bookworms are incredibly useful creatures, proficient in casting spells by using source from source jars. These creatures, when provided with a spell inscribed on a spell parchment, will cast the spell in the area surrounding their lectern. To summon a bookworm, employ a bookworm charm on a lectern. Additionally, these bookworms can be dyed using white, black, blue, green, red, or purple. Utilizing the enchantment enables the creation of Starbuncle charm. This miniature charm bestows upon you the ability to summon a Starbuncle, which you can command using a Dominion wand. So you can use Starbuncles to move stuff around. Drigmees you can use to harvest things from animals and mobs and such without killing them. Charms are summoning a world's frequent used on any flower. 10 blocks surrounding this flower as its home. Within this area produces natural materials such as wood, crops, seeds, and flowers. Wixies. Select crafting recipes based on the inventory near, eliminating the necessity to specify exact materials. For instance, when crafting sticks, we'll creatively gather planks from nearby chests to fulfill the recipe. Rolling sprigs cost elemental earth glyphs. Damage of earth spells. Starbuncle grants you speed 2. Commencing the summoning of familiars requires obtaining a bound script. I'm surprised they didn't move this down here so that it could point at all 5 of these individually rather than just pointing it straight down. Gives you 3 spawn eggs. Sarah. The dark arts. Two mystery wood saplings, two cherry wood saplings. Obsidian ingots, some ores. Okay, you're gonna be who I start with, I guess. Welcome students to Intro to Spellcrafting with Ars Novu. This class you will master the arcane arts of enchanting and spellcasting. Please cultivate and nurture a few trees within your dorm as their logs are required for our practical studies. At least I assume I'm going to start with you, unless anything else gives me saplings and catches my eye more. No. Nothing else does. So we're going to go to Ars Novu. Oh, hey. I am wearing the, garb. Can't see my tail anymore. Can barely see my ears. So. We are immediately going to teleport back to the dorms. I hope I find a way to generate dirt so that I can replace green wool with, grass. You may have noticed that you cannot place or use crafting tables. I hadn't, due to this limitation. Your first class should almost certainly be introductory quests in your fabrication magic class. Instead, your first step in harnessing this creative potential is through your first spellbook, which will grant you access to the crafting grid. Embrace this magic tool and let it be the cornerstone of your endeavors in our enchanting realm. With it, you'll weave wonders and unlock the mysteries of our craft. May our crafting adventures be filled with discovery and innovation. Elemental logs. Sourceberry and XP. Good job with your first task. These logs are perfect. As a token of appreciation, I am pleased to present you with this novice spellbook and some fundamental spells to aid your magical pursuits. I recommend that you cultivate these sourceberries in your dorm as they are a good source of mana. But you didn't think you'd start off your journey and spell by baking. Did you? Sourceberry rolls are a very tasty snack, but also provide a substantial increase to mana regeneration. Like the crafting table, use of non-magical furnaces is prohibited. However, we host several courses on smelting properly, like wizards. Does it actually still let you craft it? It does let you craft it, even though it's useless. Why can't I... There we go. Break, harm, touch, self, projectile. Spell does not start with a form of glyph. Okay, I've never actually done... Spell you start with summons a projectile that applies a small effect. Touch, craft, create, craft, create. Ah, there we go. So now I can't make that. Never mind. I guess we'll have to go with Ars Nova. We're probably just going to want to stick to one for a little bit. Typically to craft Warnock you would require regular stone, but since stone is harder to come by, we can use cobblestone in a pinch. Use this living rock to craft a mana pool which holds mana. Sometimes you can make completely new things by throwing a base item into the mana pool. We'll be learning how to do this later. So that's just about producing. I need a golden nugget before I can do any kind of chest. Or I just need any material other than regular chest stuff. Oh, never mind. I can use oak saplings to... Actually, I'm gonna need this. Huh, you know, what if I go touch, break? Let's just call this break. Huh. Well, that, works. And now, if I do this, I can make an oak chest. There we go. That's what I've wanted. And now I can put a bunch of shit away. Can I get seeds? I can get seeds from grass. Old root, flax, pumpkin, demon's dream. Okay, that's enough oak placed about. This it prioritizes opening. That's good to know. Very nice. Oh. So with the sticks and this wood, we should be able to craft some basic tools. Actually, let's go for... Let's go for cobblestone tools first. We don't have to stick at wood. Okay. So, bunch of cobblestone. We can get a... We cannot make tools. Okay. Can I make any tools? Like even just a basic axe? No, they really force you to do everything with magic, don't they? If I do tools, pickaxe, curse of vengeance, fortune, some may drop additional items, might summon vengeance spirits. So there is no way to just make any of these. Oh, villager trades. You could trade for one if you can find a way to get villagers. You can get those in chests. Chests and villager trades. Chest and villager trades. Not possible. So it might be possible to get a diamond pickaxe. But the one that's actually going to be possible is this. As well as the mana steel pickaxe. So Botania will be pretty important to do early on. Vitreous. So pretty much all of these specialty ones are possible. This one isn't, even though it's in here for some reason. So there's a very limited supply of pickaxes that are possible to make. And if I just make this axe, soul steel axes are possible. I assume these are identical to whichever ones are possible to make. Sword, I assume same thing. None of these are possible. Or at least, if they are possible, they're not easy. Enchanter's sword. We get from the Sentient sword, which we get from the Mana Steel sword. So this does 8 damage, and it's 1.6 attack speed. 1 damage at 4 attack speed. I don't know what that last symbol means. 6 damage at 1.6 attack speed. Oh, presumably it increases with Demon Will. Mana Steel sword. Cinder sword. Same thing, any of these that you can't make. Dragon bone. Oh hey, these special looking ones. Okay, this one has a lot more options that it looks like actually work. Can we make a hoe? All right, now we can't. But there are hoes that are available. What other tools? Shovel is the last thing, and I assume it's much the same. Yeah, so pretty much everything we want to do, we have to do via magic. Clump of soil. Can we still make a bed? can. Let's see if this works. So now we can turn it to day. What is up in this corner? Starbuncle. Okay. So, spell creation. After you've acquired and learned from a spell glyph, you're able to begin using it in spells. To craft a spell, hold your spells book and press C and choose one of the slots on the right. Spells have 3 major components. Form, method of delivery. A spell can only have one form. Effect, what the spell does to it. A spell can have multiple effects. Augment, modifies another glyph in some way. These are optional. You can make a spell without any augments. Finally, name the spell and click create. Select a spell slot with V and then use the spellbook to cast. Undead monsters have been sighted lurking in the valley surrounding the school, especially near boulders that line the coast to the northeast of the Ars classroom. There are more of nuisance than an actual danger, so we like to leave them to the students. It helps you hone skills you will need to ensure the safety of the school as well as to aid experimentation. I kindly request that you create a harm spell to repel these creatures. Okay. Should probably plant these. Apple slices, sourceberry. Familiars, sound settings, documentation. So 3. Arm. Attack. So if I do that... Okay. So I could do it... Oh, whoops. No, I did that wrong. Before I accidentally kill myself. Yeah, so I can fire off a bunch of projectiles now. Enchanted map, Ars Novu. And they said it's to the northeast. Does this take me out of the classroom? I just need a way out of here. Right, the northeast is the direction they said it was. I'm not hallucinating. Yes. They said there's boulders by the sandy shore to the northeast. Okay, a creeper has spawned. There's a bunch of drowned over here. But you're trying to throw a trident at me from all the way over there? Do drowned count as zombies? Okay. They don't. Oh hey, that's an interesting thing. Is there such a thing as a bow that I can craft? Oh, you can craft normal bows. Okay. On the nature of souls. Malum. I'm guessing there will not be any more zombies spawning, or there will be nothing else spawning because... Cliff of Harvest. Oh, they do spawn. Okay. There we go. That's the quest done. Okay, let's get out of here. Until we reach a point that we actually need something from mobs. Harvest, Mage Bloom. Small Zombie Gate Pearl. Edelwood Water Bucket. Some of you may have noticed a problem when trying to grow Mage Bloom. That is, no mortal methods to till the dirt can be found. However, this is by design for certainly resonant between experts who have bound the capabilities of a hoe to the wand of the forest. Conjure water yourself. Interesting Mage Bloom. It's opportunity to craft your very own magic robe or mage robes. The novice robe set is not just for show, it has practical experience when worn. It will enhance your mana wielding abilities, increasing the amount of mana you have access to and increasing its regeneration rate. So gather your folks and start the crafting process. Remember, novice robes represent the beginning of your path to mastery. As you progress, you'll unlock even greater potential. Alright, my skill pupils, you can obtain the Mage Fiber Bloom. Scribe's Table. Scribe's Table is how you craft new glyphs for your own spells. Each glyph has a tier. Your spellbook must reach that tier for that glyph to function. Craft a glyph by placing some blank parchment on, then use a spellbook on the table. Here, choose the glyph you wish to craft. Okay. When used on grown crops, the spell will obtain the fully grown product without destroying the plant. Touch Harvest. Harvest. Create. Controls, keybinds, key tilde. V. Okay. Slash FTB team islands. Oh. What about a way to hoe the ground? Oh wait, no, it says something about that. Wand of the Forest. Petals, living with twigs. From logs. So we have to make that. We can't make that until we go do a bit of Botania. We need gold for that. Transmutation. This is tier 2. Apparatus. Okay. So, before we can go further, we're gonna have to go to Botania. With the exception of making scribe's table. Targets the block below the player, targets the spell on the block beneath the player. Okay. Block above the player is affected by gravity. Similar to projectile, but with a short duration. Explode when it expires. Orbit. So you can augment with this stuff. Power of most weaker but easier team version of AoE. Sensitive, AoE. Greater AoE. Gives the player the bounce effect. Okay, we're not going to look through all of these. Basic mage light spell. You should be able to find some campfires to destroy for the charcoal to make torches. Combine this with the lantern we provided for you to craft your glyph. Combine this with the lantern we provided for you to craft your glyph and add it to your spellbook. Torch and a lantern. Where is a campfire? Where is Luminos? Ah, that's it. If cast on a block, a permanent light source is created, may be amplified up to glowstone brightness or dampened for a lower light level. When cast on yourself, you will receive night vision. When cast on other entities, they will receive night vision and glowing light. How long does that last for? 30 seconds? Touch. Create. I don't want to be casting that every 30 seconds, so we're just going to use this to do light as necessary. That will at least provide enough light for this area. We're not really there, so progression. Learning to smelt. So you could do that. Putting it sunrise, you are not legally allowed to dig up our glorious campus. For any, you'll have to acquire in a more civilized way. So I could get into this. This is where you compile hex patterns into spells. Each staff is identical. Your choice is up to personal preference. Spellcrafting via hexes is an incredibly complex process that requires quite a lot of terminology. Well, the hex notebook goes over it. We'll summarize here as well. Staff, stacking some way. Basically, okay. Stack overflow. The stack is what all hexes run on. As previously described, the stack is a list of information which is manipulated by the actions created by patterns. Only the top of the stack can be interacted with. Forward, each image shows the pattern is stacked before the pattern is drawn, and then the stack after. So this is what it starts as. It goes to entity U, pushes a number here. Blink pops a number at the top of the stack and teleports the entity that number amount forwards. Okay. Interesting. Pushes you, pops in and pushes a vector of your coordinates. Again, pops and pushes a vector of the direction you're facing. Pops the two vectors and pushes a vector location at the first block. So basically, writing these patterns in order pushes the vector of the location of whatever block you're looking at that is used. Do note that this only stops when it hits a solid block. It will pass straight through blocks like saplings as well as fluids. Gather around, my eager students. I share a useful spell. The smelt spell is one of the few ways you're able to smelt things, given that furnaces are banned due to being insufficiently wizardry. It pops either a block's location, vector, or a dropped item entity and then smelts it at a cost of 3/4 of an amethyst dust per item smelt. Below uses a dropped item. Okay, I actually don't think I want to do it via this. I think probably Botania is going to be the best way. Maybe not. Tanya Smelter. There are a number of magical alternatives, mainly multi-block structure. This magic machine will smell items in the pedestals when the center mana pool has mana. Yeah, this is probably going to be the way to go. Note that the block is directional. It is advised to first place it and then build the corresponding multi-block around it. Glowstone from Living Rock. Yeah. Okay, let's go to Botania. So lazy, I'm just going to teleport. Lady Mayhem. Good morning, students. I am Professor Nikki, your teacher for Botania. Welcome to our first class together. We will explore planets, their connection to the mystical realm. Get ready for hands-on experimental, interactive discussions, and captivating lectures. Let's embark on this enchanting journey together. Working with a very diverse variety of flowers. As you gather flowers for the various tasks I will assign you, you may notice storing them directly in your inventory can quickly clutter it up. However, if you're not, a true botanist always carries a flower pitch. A flower pitch allows you to store multiple flowers without taking up too much space in your inventory. Yeah, okay. There's a petal apothecary. Your first task is to create a pure daisy. The previous lesson gifted you all the ingredients for making one. All you need to do now is throw the petals into the water and finish it off with some seeds. Endoflame overgrowth seed. Adjacent stone into living rock and logs into living wood. Make use of this magical flower in your dorms. Okay, so now we can convert cobblestone into living rock, and we can make this via living wood. Okay, that's a little bit further away, so now I won't run into it. Petal apothecary, cobblestone, and some kind of dye, not dye, petal. Oh, that's interesting. So if I get rid of touch and I put self, there we go. Now I can do it without. I don't have a way to get water yet, though, I just realized. Okay, let's get all of the nature kind of things out of here. I don't know why they gave me 2 of those. I see, so even though there's supposed to be a trash can, it doesn't actually let us just trash things. That's sad. I love the trash can, it's one of my favorite mods. It makes it so much easier to deal with clutter. Let's put all of the nature stuff in there. Get those books back out. Okay, and then we'll make this the kind of resource chest. And this will be something of a miscellaneous chest. With tools and books and... Oh, we don't want to put that in there. Cobblestone goes down there. Cookies can go in there. Living rock also wouldn't go in there. Okay, let's make a mana pool. Floating jaded amaranthus. Typically you craft living rock, you would... Oh, never mind, I've already read this. The mana spreader is the conduit of mana's flow in the realm of Botania. It serves as the gateway for mana transmission. Mana generating flowers have an inherent affinity for these spreaders and will automatically connect to the nearest one when first planted. However, a mana spreader won't just send its mana into the aether all higgly-piggly. It requires a valid destination. Think of it as a mail courier waiting for a specific address. for delivering its cargo. When a mana spider cozies up to a mana pool, it takes advantage of the pool's storage, using it as a reservoir. It can then shoot the pool's mana to its destination, facilitating the flow of energy. Some kind of petal and an amethyst shard. Craft. Log. Does it accept planks? It does not. Well. I need my bucket of water. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want to go looking specifically for all of the wool, so I'm just going to quickly mine out an area and then replace all of the dirt in just one patch. You know, one thing I'm probably going to end up doing off stream is I'll literally just stand in one spot doing this, just so I can get shitloads of clumps of soil. And pebbles, but pebbles aren't actually why I want to do it. I also might take the time to more carefully go through and find all of the moss and green wool. So that way I can just have a nice clean area. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I did it one too small. Well. Three, 4. I wonder if I go to the ocean if I can get another bucket of water. Or if because I'm in adventure mode it won't let me. moss in there, that in there, melon seeds in there. I wonder if I can do this for crafting instead so that I can... This requires gold, iron, crushed dark gem, chest, and crafting table. And then I can probably just hit a button to craft instead of having to hit multiple buttons to craft. Oh, Wand of the Elven Forest early would be nice. What do I need to do to craft Endo Flames? I probably have a way to access those flowers. Wand of the Elven Forest it is. Nice. See, now that's the reason to pick the water tribe. Not tribe, what are they called? Element. I should go meet all of the professors. In bind mode, you can see right-click one block, then right-click another to create a mystical connection. It's like weaving a web of enchant. Function mode, the wand takes on various functions depending on the block you use it on. Found in Lexica Botania. Okay, so Mana Spreader. And now, if I took something like a few of these... Yeah, there we go. And then we will get mana. That's a bit of an ingenious contraption. The fascinating botanical marvel harnesses the power of any combustion to create mana. It eagerly consumes any burnable item. The hotter the fuel burns, the more satisfied the endoflame is, the more mana it releases. It's like a hungry flame that dances with increasing intensity as it feasts on the offering of the world. Okay. Do we have access to drawers? We do. How much of the storage drawers mod is in this? Wait, this is a part of storage? Oh no, it's just its own thing that has... So we can get oak drawers with a 2x2. We will probably eventually want to have one chest per mod pack or something like that, maybe even more. If we don't end up going into drawers. Floating orchid. We already have one of these, don't we? No, it doesn't count. It's not the right one. Allow me to enlighten you about the remarkable capabilities of the orchid. This enchanting device has the extraordinary power to transmute various stones into valuable ores. Truly valuable asset in our enchanting endeavors. To obtain an orchid, you'll first need a rune of mana. Fear not, as a stroke of luck, when you craft your very first runic altar, you'll receive an orchid as a rewarding boon. Stone, living rock, and deep slate into ores will greatly aid us in acquiring essential materials for our magical pursuits. It is a crucial addition to our enchanting arsenal. Coal, iron, lapis. Did you know, by default, the Botanic Smelter accepts items on both sides. If you open the controller, you can set specific pedestals to either in or out. Due to a bug in the mod, if you're playing on a server, this function will need you to load up a single-player world once to load the files correctly. Afterwards, this works on multiplayer as well. Okay. So a few additional blocks in the multi-block, hoppers underneath the pedestals, all mana pools are acceptable, catalysts underneath mana pools. Loading Exoflame, Spark, Augment, Spark, Black Lotus, Hopper. Interesting. So we need 5 of these. We already have... Well, we should probably make a new one for this. 3 living wood. 2 item pedestals. Glowstone dust. Catalyst. Well, it's going to be a bit of a pain to make. Gotcha. So that's gonna require me to go back to Ars Novu. Okay. What do we go do now? How do we make this? Wool in a petal. If you require additional flowers, you have 4 options. You can purchase them, you can plant mystical petals and grow them with bone meal, you can use the jaded amaranthus given it as a reward for the mana pool with a small mana cost. You can trade some living wood or living rock. Okay, let's plant some seeds. Carrots. Ooh, with a sapling. There we go. That's a nice little farm. So we can do that to finish the repeatable quest. And then I guess go back to Ars Novu? No, because we can't get gold yet. To acknowledge the excellent work each and every one of you has made in our classes. Thrilled to witness the growth of your magical abilities. To further assess the remarkable progress you have made, I have a special challenge for you. I'd like each of you to create a ring of lesser discount. Exchange 4 diamonds, 2 source gems, and 2 ender pearls. Botanical, submit. Light gray. Plant those. Break for now. Okay, let's get rid of all of the trees I planted. Is there any kind of magnet? There is, because we have Botania. Mana steel ingots. Mana lens. So we need 8 of this, a glass, an iron, and a gold. Oh, yeah, okay, glass works. Glass shard, sand. There is no apple tree. Trade in, submit, and we will go with cyan flower next. All of those away. Pull out the flower pouch. Pop those in there. Five, six, seven, eight. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So it seems like those require bone meal in order to grow. Um, that is not what I meant to do. But it is what I ended up doing. So, I don't know, I'm just in a very lost place at the moment where I'm never quite sure what I should be doing. Because of how open it is. Oh hey, there's water right here. That's nice. Damn, I can't steal water from here. So there's definitely a spawner beneath that piece of cobblestone. Well, without the ability to just steal water, I can't make an infinite water source. So what should I be doing right now? Probably just continuing to work towards the smelter, I guess. Oh, I see. This isn't actually very big. There's only like 2 layers of dirt. Is there any other water anywhere on this island? I don't think so. I'm not seeing anything on the mini-map that would lead me to believe that we have any kind of water. Whoops. We can just get up like that. Place it back down so as to not disrupt the look of this mountain. Yeah, there is definitely no water on this island. Well, should have chosen the water element solely so that we would have access to it. Oh hey, there's stuff in these. Bamboo and peonies. Is it the same in... Why is it the same thing in all of them? Okay, so... if we go look at progression... So we have to get source gems, iron, and one of the transmuted materials. Oh, actually, no, what we need is then diamonds and ender pearls. Buy raw copper. Silver. That wouldn't be the worst. We would just need iron and flint. Need to do a lot of cobblestone and wood conversion, which in turn means we should probably do a lot of pure daisies. Just that I can get some of each flower, so that I can have all of these. Oh, then we would need slime. Okay. What should I be doing right now? I don't actually know. I can just do this, though. I don't know why I would use a spell to do it. Okay. There we go. That's a much bigger looking area again. Good, it returns more saplings than it takes. And by it takes, I mean it takes one, so... Cherrywood planks, cherrywood log. How do we get paper? Sugarcane? How do we get sugarcane? Hay bales? Okay, that's technically possible, it's just gonna take time. Can't believe they didn't let you use squat growth. It's like the most magical mod there is. You squat, it grows. What can we do with flax? Flax bale, rope, sack. Ooh, string. String is good. String can make us books, which could be useful. Seeing as I'm not entirely sure what I should be doing at this moment, I am going to... go talk to all of the teachers, professors. Special conversion on leaves. Golden leaf. Golden nuggets. Wait, maybe I can get in down here. Blood magic. I assume this is... oh, is it on the same floor? Or is this just an open classroom? It's just an open classroom. Showing new action bar for Lanthy. And blood magic? Progression, no, sorry, enchanted map. We want the runes class, which could be on any level, but hopefully it's on this level. So Beastmaster and we should go visit these emporiums too. One there, one there, one there, and one there. So we're gonna go visit this, 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 and this. Oh, this and this. So it's gonna be... You know, it would be nice if we didn't have to deal with hunger when we were in here. Okay, the dark arts. Enchanted map, so it's just kind of straight south of the tower. In there, maybe? Did I bring any other food? I did not. Blood magic notes, arcane ashes, raw iron. So you need to find a way to get gunpowder, bone, and rotten flesh. Berry in a bottle, dagger of sacrifice, sacrificial knife. Framed drawers. Half drawers, budding amethyst, brilliant fiber. Bottle and cork. Copper and silver, iron keys, phantom membranes, dark ore. So that's a way to skip some of the other quests, apparently. Compacting drawers, drawer slaves, drawer controllers. I've never figured out how the drawer slaves work. And I'm not going to start, but the drawer controller could be a good thing to get. Once I get that, it would actually be worth making drawers as my main storage, just so I can easily put stuff in. Then if only I had a way to easily get everything out. Remember, patience is a virtue when it comes to brewing potions. Measure twice, stir once. Welcome to the Beastmaster class. I'm Professor Jake. I'll be your teacher for this semester. Here you can get all the various beasts and animals you need for all the other classes. Yeah, I should have chosen this one. I mean, I like these robes more, but the water would have been very helpful. So there isn't a way to complete the orientation, it seems like. Dark gem, mana, soul, other stone, and sourceberry rolls. Amulet of mana regen. What else do you get for rewards? Chalk brush. Master of the occult and world shaping. Oh, so you have to do all of these to reach the end game. Lotuses. And just a regular codex. Effortless ring. Walk faster and more efficient. That is good, it seems like. Obtained when breaking a regular environmental accumulator. Look into the spirit world. They should have made this... Oh, they did make this optional. Well then... It shouldn't be included in the orientation, so this should be completed. I thought that's how optional quests worked. We have 3 more things to visit. We have to go northeast and then northeast again. And because I didn't bring any extra food with me, I can no longer run. Oh, it's an exit. Let's avoid any enemies that might spawn by staying high. Grab the rotten flesh and let's keep going. Can I steal water from this? Nope. So we want to head west. And then we can teleport back to our island. And I'll be going AFK. He's probably here somewhere. Right? Oh, he's on the far side of it. One thing I'm kind of curious about. Actually, before that, let me put that in there. Put all of this in here. What is the method for changing or for like getting mobs to spawn so that you can sacrifice them instead? The path of self-sacrifice and the path of sacrifice. The path of false gathering life essence from external to other creatures. So this is Demon Will, Blood Orb stuff, Alchemy table stuff. Huh. Maybe there'll be a way to automate breeding. And then you can sacrifice them. That's the only way I can think of that you would be able to realistically produce enough blood to do rituals. So, okay, we can add 4 more of these. Okay, I have to go AFK before I get too distracted trying to do anything. I just want to eat these cookies and then go AFK. Save and quit the title. Okay, be right back. Okay, I'm back. Gotta say, well, I'm not hating this mod pack. I really don't have any clear sense of resource gathering. So I'm in a very awkward state where I can't do much, but I also don't know how to get the stuff I need to do stuff, other than farming. Like, I could go stand around killing zombies a bunch. I kind of meant to place it more there. Like, I could go search for all the green wool and moss here. Which is what I was originally going to do off stream, just so I can get rid of it all, but I don't know. Hey, Glyph of Smelt, right down here. Tier 2 glyphs. This seems kind of like the main one we want to prioritize to start with. How do we get the gold then? Ah, blood magic. So we use the alchemical array iron into gold. Wait, but all of this would be to unlock smelting, and I can't get gold until I can smelt. Unless I'm just gonna hunt zombies for fucking ever. I can't do that until I have gold. Ay 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 ay. Hex casting, learn to smelt. Maybe that has to be the one I start with. Because, well, I guess it's either that or this. So you make 2 pedestals, bunch of those. We already have, well, actually we'll probably want to make a new one of those. The biggest problem I have is how the hell do you get this? Living wood log, glowstone. And how do you get glowstone? You need gold to do it. Fuck off. Why is everything require it to start with? Hex casting, learning to smelt. So get 16 stone via smelting. Yeah. So you drop an item and then you smelt it with this. Okay, let's throw a piece of amethyst into our mana pool. Oak staff, spruce staff, birch, jungle, acacia, dark oak, crimson, warped, and edified staff. One, two, three. Craft. Patterns can be placed anywhere on the grid. What's important is when they're drawn, not where. A pattern is not only its shape, the direction of movement matters. For example, a small triangle drawn counterclockwise is the pattern compasses purification, while a small triangle drawn counter versus clockwise is invalid and it matches no pattern. Show the direction of movement. The two methods are interchangeable. On the left is the method used by the hex notebook, especially when the control key is held. The red dot is the start and the path gets lighter as it goes on. The previous lesson is giving you a bag of scrolls. Scrolls hold a single pattern stored as an iota. When placed like a painting, you can see the pattern's shape. When some amethyst dust is applied, it'll even show the direction of movement required. That's cool. Those look kind of similar. It's an entity and pushes the direction it's looking as a vector. Pops an entity and pushes a vector of its coordinates. Pushes the caster as an entity to the stack. Pushes the caster. So those things do the same thing. Pops a location vector, and if there's a sapling there, grows an edified tree. Pops a location vector and either places a water source or fills a tank up to 1,000 millibuckets of water. We should probably do that so that we can get an infinite water source. Dropped item entity or location vector of a block, then smelts it. So those two are going to be very important to us. I can see this one being useful, depending what we need from the mod. I already read about that. Enter the realm of focus as emerged from the craftsman's hand. It cradles null, the essence of nothingness. However, with the guidance of Scribe's Gambit pattern, while the focus rests in your offhand, you shall see form shift, capturing a single iota from the stack to unlock the latent potential of this iota. Invokes Scribe's reflection while clenching the focus of your grasp. With this act, you shall release the captive iota back to the realm of magic, ready for your conjurations. And now behold this spellbook akin to the focus, yet capable of harboring up to 100 iotas. Hold it in your hand with a slight touch of snake. Navigate its pages with a scroll. Unlock several entries. Yes, we are going to have to do this. Next, extend your senses through a gentle ray trace. So there is more to this mod. I thought this seemed kind of short. Oh, right. Okay, so we need to do rhombus, triangle, rhombus 7. Key teeth. Rhombus, triangle, rhombus 7. Teeth. So that's how you smelt. So now I just need ore. Where should I put my infinite water source? Okay, so it's the same first 4, but then you have to do this hexagon that sticks out. Well, actually, before that, you have to do this kind of key, but it has an hourglass. Hexagon with a stick. Incomplete hourglass. Rhombus into rhombus into third rhombus. Let's see if I have that memorized. How do you... Ah. So it's rhombus, triangle, 7, one, 2. Did I do something wrong? Maybe oops. Nope, that's wrong. There we go. Seven, how do you delete? There has to be a way to delete, right? Let me just try pressing a bunch of buttons along my keyboard and see if I hit the right one. Damn it, does that mean I have to redo? Well, no, I definitely have to redo it. And then after that, it was the incomplete hourglass? Well, that's definitely wrong. It's supposed to be, like that. Right, and then it's the triple rhombus. This does go back to the center. Okay, that's good to know. So we start by doing this. And finally, we need enough space for the triple rhombus. How does the triple rhombus go? Oh, okay, I started in the wrong spot. Really? You're gonna make me do that all again? Nope. The answer is a big ol' nope. Fuck you, pumpkin. I'll be back with your water in a second. Why am I seeing... the redstone power of stuff. Oops, not what I meant to do. Controls, keybinds. Oh, that's why. The scrying lens was automatically put on. Might as well, I guess. We'll just put those away since I don't actually know what we're going to be doing with them yet. Edify a sapling. Might as well do whatever quests we have. Okay, so Edify. So it's the same thing to start with. Bow tie. Actually, you know what? That's just a penis. I'll just call it phallic to avoid Twitch caring about what I'm saying. It probably doesn't care about the word phallic. And then it is rhombus into triangle. Or rhombus triangle combined. Okay, so we start with the regular thing. Two, 4, 7. Next, extend your gentle reach, saving the block's location. With this done, replace the block with a planted sapling of any type. If I just redid... First off, let's not do this on a moss block. Let's do this on dirt. So is what it's expecting me to do... Let's see if this is what it thinks I'm supposed to do. So we do this, 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 and this. And now if we stop doing that for a second, replace that, now it wants us to do the phallic thing. Whoops. Did I mess it up by getting that wrong? So far I am not a fan of... Yep, messed it up by getting that wrong. Like, there's no way to correct errors, which I find to just be a nuisance more than... Like, that. As soon as I accidentally let go, it didn't matter that I realized there was an error. I couldn't fix it, so I had to redraw all of them. Maybe if once you drew a pattern, there was a way to save it in a UI so that you could click and drag and just pull it out, and it would redo that entire pattern for you. Or not like the entire pattern, but just like a shape. Then you could click and drag shapes out that you've already done, and it would just matter about what order you pull them out, instead of having to memorize. Oh, saving variables. That might literally be what this is about. Focus, I can't make this. Spellbook, I can't make this. Did I get a hex casting book? Craft. I know I just destroyed these, but now I've realized that I have enough to do 2 full rows, so... Wait, did I have... Is this a 6? Oh, this is a 6. Oh, so I don't have enough to do 2 full rows. It's a real shame the flowers can't grow without bone meal. Spell casting. Strangely, wonder what the stuff. Maybe I need to get more amethyst. I would have thought that this would serve the same purpose, but... where should I place this? Okay, so let's try the same thing. Okay, and now if we replace that, it should stay the same. And final thing is $246 for $17.97. Okay, maybe I have to do it one step later. And then final step. It takes 2. Damn it. Now I need more amethyst and... Well, let's spend some time looking at these. Bark harvesting. Roots of magic. Lawn care. Berries. Rooty stew. Healing poultice. So this is nature's aura. Of natural aura is the guide to all information related to aura, but it can show a lot more than that. This is a lot of reading. I already have a decent amount of knowledge of these ones. These ones I don't know anything about. Wow, that is a lot of chapters. Shh. This is... Oh, whoops. I did not actually read what I was clicking on. Yeah, that is too much information to process. Those common summoning rituals. Oh, this is this book. Okay. I have some memory of this from... Stone block 4. First ritual, gray particles, more chalks. By summoning a spirit into a magic lamp and placing it in a dimensional mine shaft, see next step, it can be made to mine for you in a mining dimension. This is a great way to get resources without having to go mining in the overworld or other dimensions yourself. Binding rituals. Stable wormhole storage. Remote storage accessor. This simple storage stapler is inhabited by foliate that supports the dimensional matrix in keeping the storage dimension, thus allowing store. Silver stick, spirit attuned pickaxe head. Dimensional mine shaft. Gene which opens up stable connection into an uninhabited dimension perfectly suited for mining. While the portal is too small to transfer humans, other spirits can use it to enter the mining dimension and bring back resources. First, you craft the magic lamp to hold them. The key for that ingredient is isnium. With the correct tools, it can be used to craft powerful items. You'll learn more about that later. So you need silver and isnium. Rituals, possession, summoning, familiar, binding, pentacles. Media. Slipways. Which glowing part is called slipways lie? These slipways are regularly depicted by glowing sparks surrounding them that bear an incredible rooms to the wisps. Hex casting. I'm going to take a look at this. It doesn't seem to be particularly important. Timer on vectors. Three blue, one brown in the middle of the Minecraft mod. Mages who manipulate psi energy and so-called spell slingers, despite the poor naming sense, had some quite effective lessons on vectors to teach their acolytes. I make mistakes from time to time, and I'm suddenly cast ahead, for example, misdrawing a pattern, or trying to invoke an action with the wrong iotas, and nature usually doesn't look too kindly on my mistakes, causing what is called a mishap. Because the mishap will glow red, and depending on the type of mistake, it can also expect a certain deleterious effect, and a spray of red and colorful sparks as the mishandled media curdles into light of given color. Got a helpful error message to my chat, and a nagging feeling tells me that will change once the mod updates. Whatever that means, I shouldn't rely on always having it. Fortunately, although the bad effects of mishaps are certainly annoying, none of them are especially destructive in the long term. The action tried to affect entity of ambit. Stacks. Naming actions. Influences. Items. How to read this section. Patterns. Entity vector, entity num. Scouts distillation. Number, entity num, entity num. Mathematics. There's far too many things to actually read about. Oh, there's even more. Ay. Okay, well, I can't do anything more here. I have infinite water now. Which means I can add... Squawk would be such a nice addition to this, just so that you have something to do. Because right now, I can't really continue here. Actually, I could go get stone. And by go get, I mean stand around. So I need 13 stone. Actually, no, I can't even do that because I need more amethyst. Which I can't get. Except for via... at. So I can't go get more amethyst either. So I can't really continue in there. We'll delve deeper into a significant an application. Stay curious and open-minded as we unravel its secrets together. So just observe that. In our first task, we will embark on a transformative journey guided by the mesmerizing spirit fire, stone, and squid ink, and a sapling. Storage. Otherworld wood, other stone, otherworld ashes, tallow. White chalk, impure white chalk, otherworld ashes, burn other stone. Book of Binding Foliate. I could go into that. I can't do anything there. I guess I can do that. Which uses placed wooden skill pattern sapling to craft certain items. Environmental eye. What do you actually get for any of this, though? Infused iron, tainted gold. So this is 6 and 2, 8 and 3 with 10 knockback, 9 and 3. Six, 8 and 3 with 40%. 10 and 3 with 10. 12 and 4. 12 and 6. Fire Dragon Steel, Ice Dragon Steel, Iron Dragon Blood. I don't see any particular point. I can't continue in this because I need ore and stuff, and I can't get ore without money, and I don't know how to get money. Oh yeah, you have to just get mob drops. I guess I can technically do this. Deathworm egg, rune of sacrifice. That doesn't get me particularly far, though. Like, I don't have any sort of resource generation at this point. Which means I can't really do shit. I'm starting to think that this will not be something I continue. Yeah, I could do that quest, but it's just like... It seems like it's just going to be a lot of sitting around. How did you get golden powder? So that's what you would need that for. To get gold. I have just become very lost in what I'm even supposed to do. Sorry, wait, how's making runes? Or, oh, Botania's orchid. Yeah, like, I don't get... I think this is kind of why I don't tend to just focus on magic very much. It's because in a mod that's solely focused on magic like this, where I don't have any of the technology stuff that I normally do, I don't have any particular resource generation. Like, I can only do extremely small things. So as cool of an idea as this is for a mod pack, I don't think I'm going to continue it because I don't have any particular way to continue right now. Like, everything is just kind of... Actually, it's not even necessarily the mod's fault. It is kind of the mod pack's fault because it's disabled a lot of vanilla Minecraft stuff that would let me continue progressing even if it's not very magical. Specifically, I have no way to get ores, even the vanilla Minecraft ones, and I have no way to do a lot of vanilla Minecraft crafting stuff. So with all of that being locked behind getting to certain places in magic, It just means I'm stuck. Like, I need to get source gems so that I can get a mana diamond so that I can continue, but I can't get a mana diamond without... Sorry, I can't get a source gem for the mana diamond without gold, and I can't get gold until I have iron, and I can't get iron in any consistent way. You know, this requires the mana diamond, which is what it's just saying I already need gold to get to. This requires a bunch of stuff. This is also requiring a bunch of stuff, so none of those will help me get gold. And in terms of getting iron, that's literally the same three things listed. It's either just buying from the goblin shop, which I can only get if I can afford it, which I can only get the affording things by just slaying monsters, or zombie hunting and hoping for a drop. So, like, I'm not in a place where there's anything fun. Like, because I you know, it's not like there's a lot of spawnage of any mobs there, and even when they do spawn, I don't have like a nice way to kill them or anything, or like fortune, so it's just, I don't know. I don't think this is for me. So that is gonna be me calling it quits early. I thought this mod pack would be fun because I took a brief look at it and I thought, oh yeah, it's very it only has the magic mods. It doesn't have any kind of technology mods, so it'll force me to get used to that, and it has some that I recognize, some that I don't. So I thought it would be kind of fun, but it's also what I didn't know, because I didn't look into it that far, was that it completely removes a lot of normal Minecraft stuff, like crafting. And I wasn't exactly sure how it was going to handle resource generation, because I did know that it was a adventure server where you wouldn't be able to just mine about, but I figured there would probably just be something around for resource generation. And there just isn't. Without any resource generation, literally the only thing I can do at this point is get wood, get pebbles to make cobblestone, and get soil to make dirt. And none of those three things get me anything further. So yeah, it you know, I'd have to wait around for amethyst, which is literally just watching that thing grow, or killing mobs without an easy way to actually do much damage to them. So that's just boring. Maybe once you get into the mid game it starts to be fun, but I'm not willing to put in the time to go to the mid game. So today's stream was a bit of a waste. I will still put up the VOD, even though it's gonna be dull, but you know. Oh, you can't actually hear the... There we go. You've just been listening to me talk. You couldn't hear the music that I was listening to. Okay. Well, thank you all for coming. I'll catch you all next time. Goodbye.